Hello, friends. How are you doing today? So, better late than never. I came a little bit late today. I have a long day, but I always want to be here to give you those nuggets that will help you to improve your life, personal and professionally. So, one of the things that we're going to be talking today is a nice quote from Lao Tzu that talks about flexibility and stiffness. In other words, what it means is that um, if you are flexible, like the human, right? So we can move, right? People can move. We're flexible, right? And when you're dead, you stiff, right? Plants, when they're alive, they're flexible, right? The wind can move them one way or another. But when they are dead, they're stiff, right? They're brittle. They can break very easy. And so if you are flexible, you are associated with life. And when you're stiff, you're associated with death, right? So we're gonna think. So your minds work the same way. And so some people sometimes they say, well, I know how to do it. I do it my way. And they keep on trying and keep working hard. And this, they believe that if they put 10 hours a day, they get into result. Oh, I just have to put another 20 hours to double my performance. But that only leads you to burnout, to burnout. And so they are not investing in being flexible, right? So being flexible, you can do it different ways. The best way is to read, to know about your industry, to know, learn from mentors, learn from people that you know that maybe they are in a position that you're not, but you want it to be, right? Typical mistake is we ask our neighbors about investing in the stock market, but they never invest in the stock market, right? Or we ask people advice, but they are not there, so they cannot help you. But the problem is that most friends or family, they never want to help you. And the reason they don't want to help you, the reason they don't want to help you is because um, they don't want to take the risk to advise you in something, right? Advise you in something, and then you fail. They don't want to carry. They love you too much to offer you something that could be risky, right? So always advise yourself from people that are knowledgeable about what you want to do, right? So if you want to open a business, talk to people that have a business. If you want to change of career, talk to people already changed their career, right? Or they are in that career, then maybe they came from another career. So try to talk to people. So be flexible. Don't be closed-minded, right? So I'm gonna read you the original from Lao Tzu. And this is very interesting. He said, "Men are born soft and supple; dead they are stiff and hard. Plants are born tender and pliant; dead they are brittle and dry. Thus, whoever is stiff and inflexible is a disciple of death; whoever is soft and yielding is a disciple of life. The hard and stiff will be broken; the soft and supple will prevail." So, in other ways, sometimes, especially with men, right? There's a difference between men and women, and there's a study about this. Women, psychology is very that they are what you see, right? So women is very in how do they their appearance, how they look, how do they dress, right? So they're very careful about how they look because they are who you see them, right? In men's is a little bit difficult because men identify for what they do. You see, when you go in a networking group, most of men will always ask, "What do you do? What do you do?" Right? Because they find, depending what you do, they find who you are as a person, right? Your results are destined to know who you are. And so when you are so inflexible and define yourself, I am an engineer, or I am a soldier, or very fixed ideas. When you're not that anymore, then we come in a conclusion said who we are, who we are now, what we are. And so not get so stiff in believing who you are as a profession, but why you're there, right? What is it that the characteristic of you? Okay, I am flexible, or I am professional, or I am dedicated and committed to the things I want to do, like a military, or I am faithful and loyal, a, like a priest, right, or like a pastor, right? It doesn't mean you are that person. It means you have the characteristic of that person that give you an understanding of flexibility and not stiffness. And allow yourself to open up to learn new things. Always open up to learn new things. Doctors are able to be very well in what they do because they're constantly studying, constantly reading. So ask yourself, how many books have you read? That books that help you to open up your mind. How many books are pushing you outside of your boundaries, outside of your comfort zone, so you can get results that might be unbelievable for you today, but completely achievable for other people. If other people can do it, you can do it too. It's simply that you need to know and learn how to do that. All right, guys. So excellent. So tip of today: read something that can open your mind, right? So I would say I work in personal development. So try to look into a video of Bob Proctor or Tony Robbins, or Jim Rohn. Try to understand those quotes that says sometimes we are what we, or we become what we believe we are, right? To understand a little bit deeper, what does it mean that? What does it mean in my life? How can I apply that quote into my life? And how can I understand better what I have, what I do, and how can I change that? Right? How can I improve? Remember, we're always growing. Plants are growing, we're growing, we're always moving. There's always movement in us. So that stiffness only restrict our mind and restrict our uh, achievement of goals. All right, guys, thank you so much. And I hope so you learned something new today. Have a blessed day. Bye bye.